Hello everyone, this is Business Finance 2 class and this is the summary of the last chapter, Mergers and Acquisitions. In this chapter, we will talk about fundamental concepts about mergers and acquisitions, motivations for mergers and acquisitions, process of mergers and acquisitions, success and failures, and financing of mergers and acquisitions, and firm valuation techniques in mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisitions can be seen as a tool to increase the shareholders' wealth in companies. We have different kinds of mergers and acquisitions that we want to talk about in this chapter. But I want to start with corporate restructuring. It refers to activities of firms that significantly change their business operations or financial structure. Mergers or acquisitions should be seen under the umbrella of corporate restructuring. Merger is a combination of two firms in a way that only one firm survives after combining. A consolidation is joining of two or more firms in order to form a new firm. We need to differentiate those two. Also, we need to define the acquisition as taking a controlling ownership in another firm, subsidiary of another firm, or business unit of another firm by an acquired firm. These are two different concepts. There are also different concepts like joint venture, strategic alliance, minority investment, and so you can find those details in our book, and I want to remind you that you need to differentiate between those concepts. There are different forms of M&As. Here now I want to say M&A for mergers and acquisitions. The first one is horizontal. It is a form of business combination between two firms in the same industry. When the two firms are in the same industry, it is called horizontal. The second one is vertical M&A. Is a form of business combination between two firms of which one of them is a supplier or a customer to one another. There is a customer and a supplier relationship in vertical mergers and acquisitions. The third one is congeneric M&As. It is a form of combination between two firms in a very similar industries which are not in any horizontal or vertical relationship. The fourth one is conglomerate mergers and acquisitions. It is between two unrelated firms operating in different industries. There is also one kind of mergers and acquisitions that I want to talk about. This is cross-border mergers and acquisitions. A form of business combination between two firms in two different countries. If two companies are in different countries, so then this is called a cross-border M&A. We have to see mergers and acquisitions as a process. There is a classification of 10-phase process of mergers and acquisitions. It starts with the business plan. It continues with the first contact and negotiation, and it finishes with conducting a post-closing evaluation phase. These are different phases, one become another, and they all have to be all in harmony to have a success from a merger or an acquisition. In mergers and acquisitions, companies have to be evaluated by buyers or by themselves. So I want to remind you 3 different groups of valuation classes. First one is income based, the second one is market based, and the third one is asset based. Income based valuation is so commonly used. Focus on finding the fair value of the company depending on expected future cash flows. Expected future cash flows are discounted to be find the present value of those future cash flows. Market-based valuation is good for new businesses that doesn't have so many historical data, and it used market multiples as a benchmark. The third class is asset-based valuation. It focuses on a company assets acquisition costs reflected in records. There are different classes of valuation for company valuation in mergers and acquisitions. This is the summary of the 8th chapter, mergers and acquisitions. Please use the other study resources from E-Kampüs. Thank you.